All right, all right. Shalom, shalom. All praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to all you brothers teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, underneath the standard and the banner of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. This is Tyler Yoff, GMS Boston. Okay, coming to you again through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, and what you see on your screen, okay, is a icon uh, of Michael, the archangel. Okay, and the name Michael means God-like power. Okay, so I want to get into it, and because this is a prophetic picture of what Daniel saw. Okay, and let me see. So this prophetic picture that you see, I'm going to try to show you that in antiquity, all right, for people that don't believe in the Holy Scriptures, that the words in the Bible are true indeed. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just going to get right into it. This is a depiction of Daniel's vision along with the coming of Michael L. that was foretold by Michael L. to Daniel's. Okay, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says this is Daniel's 10 and 13. It says, but the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 1 and 20 days. And this is Daniel speaking. But lo, Michael L, okay, who you see on the screen, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia. So during the time of the Persian captivity that Daniel was under, Michael L came and assisted him. And it says, and I am come to make thee understand what shall befall thy people in the latter days, for yet the vision is for many days. Okay. And when he had spoken such words unto me, I set my face towards the ground, and I became dumb. And behold, one like the similitude of the Son of Man touched my lips. Okay. Then I opened my mouth and spake, and said unto him that stood before me, O my Lord, by the visions my sorrows are turned upon me, and I have retained no strength. For how can the servant of this my Lord talk with this my Lord? Okay, so this is Daniel getting ready he already showed him the vision, and now he's about to break it down to him. Okay, this is Michael L breaking it down to him. It says, for as for me, straightway there remained no strength in me. And this is Daniel. Okay, that's why he asked that question. Daniel was asking, how you're gonna show me this, but now you're gonna tell me how you allowed to do all this. For how can the servant of this my Lord, okay, talk with this my Lord? All right, and this is Daniel's talking, and this is the vision that he had. Okay, as for me, straightway there remained no strength in me, neither is there breath left in me. Then there came again and touched. Then there came again and touched me one like an appearance of a man, and he strengthened me. Okay, this is Michael L. And said, O man, greatly beloved, fear not, peace be unto thee. Be strong, yea, be strong. And when he had spoken unto me, I was strengthened, and said, let my Lord speak, for thou hast strengthened me. Okay, and one of the attributes of Michael L was also a healer, so to speak. Okay, it says, Then said he, knowest thou wherefore I come, I come unto thee? And now will I return to fight with the prince of Persia. Okay. And he's a warrior as well, Michael L. And when I am gone forth, lo, the prince of Grecia shall come. But I will show thee that which is noted in the scriptures of truth, and there is none that holdeth with me in these things, but Michael L., your prince, the godlike power. Okay. And that's Daniel. Daniel was talking back and forth with Michael L. So, and he was just saying, but I will show thee that which is noted in the scriptures of truth, and there is none that holdeth with me in these things, but Michael L., your prince. Okay. And he's talking to the Lord, and he's praying too. Okay. So it's a dialogue between Daniel praying to the Lord while Michael L. is talking to him, I believe. Yeah. All right. So that's Daniel 10. All right. When he got the vision, and I'm gonna break down the little picture real quick, Salaki. It's so the vision that Daniel seen, presumably, is in let's get it, Matthew 24. Salaki, brothers. Okay. Salaki. But before I get Matthew's 24, I'm going to get Daniel's 12 and 1. Okay. And it says, Daniel's 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael L. stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. All right. So that's a part of the vision that Daniel seen. Okay. And when you go to Matthew's the 24th chapter, all right, and let's start at I'm gonna start at 6, all right, because this is like it says in the heading, all right. Well, I'll start at 3. It says, "What and how great calamity shall be before it," meaning the end comes, okay. And it says, and this is what Daniel showed me, not Daniel. This is what the Lord showed through Michael L. to Daniel, okay. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Okay, so presumably what's being said in the scriptures, okay, through the Spirit, that first man that came to speak to Daniel was Yahushua, okay. And then Yahushua left Michael with Daniel, and he's gonna Daniel told the same thing that Yahushua is about to tell the disciples. Okay, because this is a part of the division for the appointed time, like it says in the scriptures. Okay, it says in verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay? And that's what Daniel had lost strength for in Daniel's 10. Okay? That's what he was struck in on the ground and was dumb and powerless, so to speak, when he seen what time was coming. And it's the time that we're in right now. And this picture depicts some of that which was said, okay? Because you see you have an earthquake, okay? In the background, the earth is cracked, you see. Then Michael L. himself, all right, is there in great power on the chariot, okay, which the horse represents the chariot, okay. And then behind him you have a giant chariot, okay, a UFO, so to speak. And it's supposed to be as a notation, I believe, of being above him, you know. And these are the things that he let Daniel see for this time. All right. So when you go on to see other things in the picture, you see a piece of Revelations, the 12th chapter here. Okay. And we're gonna move right there to that to this part. Salaki brothers, I'm trying to piece it all together through the spirit. All right, it's Revelations 12. 12. Well, I'm gonna start up at 7. It says in Revelations 12 and 7, and there was a war in heaven. Okay, that's what you see. You see Michael L. on his chariot. Okay, there was a war in heaven. Michael L. and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Okay, so there you have it. The dragons. Okay, NATO and the EU, because there's seven serpent heads right here. Okay. All right. And prevailed not. All right. Their place found and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. Okay. So that's the NATO and the EU, 7 heads. This is the Shalaki brothers. Trying to find my place back. Okay, verse 8. And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying, in heaven now is come salvation. Okay, the loud voice in heaven, here comes salvation. You see? Michael L blowing the trumpet. Okay, all right, or saying things through the trumpet, so to speak. Verse 10, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power, in the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. Okay, and then other icons, you see Michael L with his foot on the serpent's neck. Okay, and that's what that verse would allude to. Okay, in verse 10, in verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. They loved not their lives unto death. Okay, but that's going into something else. So I'm gonna go back, right, because I want to talk about the war in heaven. Okay, and there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Okay, so when you go to Second Esdra, let's just get it real quick. Salaki brothers. (13). Trying to be as brief as possible. Salaki. All right, I got it. All right, when you go to Second Esdra 13, mind you, the giant chariot that's above his head. Okay, you have in his hand the book of the Holy Scriptures. That's in Michael L's hand. That he told Daniel's the seal. The Lord told Daniel's to seal it. Okay, and to these days. So Michael L has that book. All right, because in this time it will be known when Michael L revealed to Daniel through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So that's why he has that book in his hand. Also, the promise that water was not going to be the downfall of this kingdom or the world ever again. With Genesis, the rainbow. Okay. The promise, okay, by Yahweh that was given in Genesis. All right. Look it up. But I'm going to the chariot, all right, that you see behind or above Michael L. And Michael L himself is on the chariot. The horse in the scriptures mean power, and what you see in the icon, it's likewise, all right. So we're going to start at Second Esdra 13. And 1, I start at 1. And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Okay, this is the Lord coming. All right. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire. Okay. So this is Michael L and Yahweh Shai returning. Michael L being the first on the scene, and then Yahweh Shai coming in the large chariot that you see in the picture behind him. Okay. It says, and after this I behold, and lo, there were gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heavens to subdue the men that came out of the sea. All right, so Yahushua is coming from the third heavens, okay, because outer space is also the sea, okay. If you can receive that. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it, as pictured in the icon picture. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I behold, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor his sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. Okay? And when you look at the top of the chariot, right? So you got sparks, okay? And a denotation of winds or wind visual, what looks like to be wind, okay, on the chariot. So that's notating that line, verse 10, okay, and second Esdra 13 and 10. And then when you go down, it says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, though that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Afterwards saw I the same man come down from the mountain, and call unto him another peaceable multitude. And that's going into something else, but the last thing was verse 11. Okay, that's what was going to happen when the chariot came. Okay, and Michael L stood up for his people. All right, which was I read in Daniel's. Did I read it in Daniel's 12? Let's go back there and read it one more time and make sure I brought it out. Salaki brothers. Yeah, I read Daniel's 12, so I'll read it one more time. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So like it picked out in Revelations 12. All right, let's go to it, because I just want to make this quick little side note, and then I'm close it out. But in Revelations 12, all right, and 7, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. So this is what this icon is depicting, man. It's depicting who Michael L is coming to fight, and what's going to happen to the kingdom after when he's done with it, man. It's going to be subdued, man. Okay, subdued, and it's going to be done. All right. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and the kingdom that I'm referring to is Esau, Edom's kingdom, because that's what the serpents, all right, the kingdom that's built upon the serpent, you see, it's going to crumble, man. But that's what this is alluding to. All those scriptures that I read, and I post those in the description box, all the scriptures that I use. And hey, man, this is definitely picking out, depicting the end of days from antiquity for all you people that don't believe in the Holy Scriptures. All right. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.